Hi, my name is Sarah, and today I'm doing a Draw My Life video. My life is a little different than others in that I'm a woman with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. When you think of DMD, you're probably picturing a boy sitting in a wheelchair, but actually, 1 in 50 million girls have Duchenne. So here it is. This is my story as a woman with DMD. I was born in 1996 as a premature baby. Other than being a little smaller, I was pretty normal and healthy. At 2 years old, I started walking, which is a little later than most other babies, but my family and doctors just thought I was a bit of a late bloomer. Then at 3, my family noticed that I would fall over a lot when I tried to walk. They also noticed that I had large calves and that I would walk on my tippy toes a lot. My doctors first thought this was due to me being born premature. Then they thought maybe I had cerebral palsy. When I was 6, my parents brought me to the doctors for a routine checkup. Since I was having a lot of trouble with standing up, walking, and running, my doctor suspected that I had a muscle disease and ordered a serum creatine kinase test to see if this was true. My results came back and it showed that my CK levels were over 20,000, which is nearly 100 times greater than the normal. My doctor then ordered a muscle biopsy, and it came back and showed that I had irregular muscle cells. They were round, of different sizes, and had central nucleation. Dystrophin staining also showed a severe lack of the protein. Based on all of these test results, I was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy a few weeks later. The doctors at the hospital were skeptical. They thought the pathologist might have made a mistake since DMD is extremely rare in women and they had never seen a little girl with the disease before. So, they sequenced my DNA and found that I had a deletion from exons 46 to 52 in the dystrophin gene in one of my X chromosomes. Since women who are carriers of the mutated DMD gene are usually not affected, you might be wondering why I, having only one mutated chromosome, was diagnosed. My doctors told me that unlike most carriers, I was a manifesting carrier, which means that I exhibit the symptoms of the disease, like muscle weakness and severe clinical complications. They explained that this is due to something called X inactivation, which is a process by which one of the X chromosomes in girls is silenced and its genes are not expressed. X inactivation is due to chance, meaning each chromosome has a 50-50 chance of being expressed. For most carriers, their bodies usually inactivate the chromosome that carries the mutation, so they show little to no signs of the disease. For example, my sisters and my mom have been tested positive for a deletion in their dystrophin genes in one of their chromosomes but have no symptoms. On the other hand, my body preferentially expresses the mutated chromosome more than the healthy one, something my doctors called skewed X inactivation. This means even though some of my cells produce dystrophin, an important protein that helps protect my muscles, most of my cells don't, hence my muscle weakness. Compared to some other DMD patients, my disease progression has been relatively slow. This is partly because as a manifesting carrier, some of my cells still express the normal functional dystrophin protein. Since skeletal muscles are multinucleated, a lot of nuclei share the same cellular space, and functional dystrophin can be distributed throughout a muscle fiber as long as there is at least one nucleus expressing the healthy dystrophin gene. The presence of some dystrophin protein reduces my muscles' susceptibility to injury. Additionally, my body can regenerate healthy muscle fibers because some of my satellite cells, which are skeletal muscle-specific stem cells that differentiate into myofibers, also express the normal dystrophin gene. While there aren't enough healthy satellite cells to completely prevent muscle degeneration, the presence of some can lead to regeneration of healthy fibers and compensate for the dystrophin-negative regions, in turn slowing my disease. On top of this, the multidisciplinary care I've received over the years has also played a big part in slowing my disease progression. I've been treated by a wide range of healthcare professionals who target different aspects of DMD, like speech management, diet, and exercise. Currently, I'm on corticosteroids, which have helped me with my movement and strength, along with other medications for my heart, blood pressure, asthma, and bones. I also go to weekly physiotherapy, which helps with the pain of muscle weakness. Over the years, I've had more trouble breathing and coughing, so now I use a breathing machine at night, which helps with the sleep apnea, and a cough assist machine whenever I'm congested. Living with DMD is not easy, but I try to keep a positive mindset and focus less on myself and more on spreading awareness about the disease. Duchenne can get in the way of life, but I don't let it hold me back. I still travel, I sing, I go to the movies. I also really like to watch football and visit museums, especially art museums. And of course, with Duchenne being such a big part of my life, I also spend a lot of my time advocating for people with Duchenne. Personally, I'm a really big proponent for more research, especially for girls, since not much is known about Duchenne in women due to the fact that cases of serious manifesting carriers are so sporadic and variable. Clinical trials are also difficult because manifesting carriers have great variability in dystrophin levels, which makes it difficult to gauge improvements in these patients. Although campaigns for Duchenne have primarily focused on spreading awareness about boys affected by the disease, there has been a movement to give a voice to the girls, like me, who also have DMD. Recently, the nationwide Children's Hospital has launched a study to examine the health effects of DMD mutation in women and the risk of cardiomyopathy for carriers. And what used to be the Run for Our Sons campaign is now Race to End Duchenne. I'm really excited that the Duchenne community has become more and more inclusive, and I can't wait to see all the advancements that will come in the future. Thank you so much for watching my video and listening to my story. I hope that you learned something new about Duchenne muscular dystrophy today and that you enjoyed this video. Please share it with others so we can continue to spread more awareness about this disease.